Okay, a video here now of typical A-level questions that involve product rule with standard derivatives and function of a function. So these are full-blown A-level standard questions. Okay, so number one, we're going to take a curve y equals x sine 3x and we're going to differentiate that. Now the most important feature about this is it's a product, x times sine 3x. So I'm going to call u the x, and I'm going to call v the sine 3x. For the product rule, I need du by dx, which is 1, and I also need dv by dx, which will require us to use function of a function quick method. It's sine function acting on 3x, so the sine takes priority. Differentiate sine, you get cos of the 3x. You then differentiate 3x to get 3, and you multiply by that 3, which I'll put at the front. So we get 3 cos 3x. So the product rule is dy by dx is u dv by dx plus v du by dx. And we sub in the 4 values. U is x, dv by dx is 3 cos 3x. I'll put the 3 at the front and then the cos 3x. Plus v is sine 3x times du by dx, which is 1. I'll put the 1 at the front. I won't put the 1 at the end. And I think really that is the answer. Nothing will simplify here. You're just going to get 3x cos 3x plus 1 lot of sine 3x, which is just sine 3x. And that's it. Nothing simplifies. Simple. So even though it's a more advanced, full-blown A-level question, it's very straightforward. Right, another fairly simple one, number 2. How about y equals x squared cos 3x plus pi by 4? Okay, again, it's a product of two functions of x. You've got the x squared multiplied by the cos of this thing. So u will be equal to x squared, du by dx will be 2x, v will be the cos term, like so. dv by dx will be, now, when you're doing something like this, don't let the pi by 4 put you off. When you've done the full-blown trig course, you'll realise that pi by 4 is just a radian measurement for angle, and it's treated just like a number. So this is like 3x plus 6, or 3x plus 2, or 3x minus 4. So when we come to do the function of a function, remember that pi by 4 is just a number. Don't worry about the actual meaning of pi by 4 rads or anything at the moment. You don't need to know about that for this particular section of work. So cos takes priority. Cos acts upon that, so it's function acting on another function. Differentiate cos, you get minus sine of the same angle. You then go inside the other function, 3x plus pi by 4, and differentiate it. You just get 3, because if you differentiate pi by 4, you get nothing. And you multiply by that 3, so I'll put it at the front. Okay, so we get to there. So product rule, here we go again. And u is x squared, dv by dx is this thing. So I'll put the minus 3 in the front, and then I'll put the sine quantity. And we've got plus v is the cos quantity, and then du by dx is 2x, which I'll put at the front. Now looking at that, I can see that we have got x and x in both of these terms. There's no common factor of a number, and there's no common factor for the trig terms. So I will take out an x as a common factor. Because we've got round brackets involved in these angle quantities, these trig quantities, I'll probably put the common factor followed by a square bracket, like so. One more subtle hint. This is a negative quantity, that's a positive quantity. I'll probably put the positive first and the negative second to make it look a bit neater. So, x times 2, and then the cos term, gives you that. and then x times negative 3x to give the negative 3x squared, minus 3x times the x, negative 3x squared, followed by the sign. Close bracket. And that's it. It won't simplify any further than that. So there's the final answer. Looks a bit messy, but it's actually not difficult to arrive to at that answer. Okay, let's try number 3. So we've got for number 3, how about this one? Let's do x e to the 2x. Now sometimes when you're given a question, instruction by the examiner, they might say just differentiate that. Well, if that is the case, they just say differentiate that. What you need to do is say let y equal that. That's your first step. Once you've got y equals that, we now proceed as previous questions. Again, it's a product of two functions, u equals x and v is e to the 2x. So you're multiplying two functions of x. So du by dx equals 1 and dv by dx will be equal to, well, we require function of a function on this. Exponential takes priority, stays the same. Differentiate the 2x to get 2 and you multiply by the 2, so you get that. So dy by dx will be, as per normal, and sub in the four things. U is x, dv by dx is 2, put that at the front, e to the 2x. Put that at the end, plus v e to the 2x, du is 1, so I can put a 1 there. Looking at that, that's basically the answer, but there is a common factor of e to the 2x in these two terms. The rest goes inside a bracket. E to the 2x times 2x gives you that. E to the 2x times positive 1 gives you that. And there's your final answer. So nice and straightforward. Okay, I'll turn over. Let's do another very simple one, number 4. Okay, let's say I say f of x this time is equal to x log to base e of 2x plus 1. Again, a product of two functions, x multiplied by the log function. So u will be x, du by dx will be 1. V is log to base e of 2x plus 1. So dv by dx will be, got to differentiate that, function of a function. Log takes priority, 1 over the 2x plus 1. You then go inside the bracket, differentiate 2x plus 1 to get 2. You multiply by that, so you get 2 over 2x plus 1. So here we go, f dash of x, that's the notation, u dv by dx plus v du by dx equals, u is x, and then dv by dx is this thing, I'll put it in a bracket, 2 over 2x plus 1. Plus v, that's the log term. And then du by dx is 1. I'll put the 1 at the front. So you end up with that. Just tidy up a little bit. 2 times the x is 2x over 2x plus 1 plus log of 2x plus 1. And there's your final answer. You may ask, well, this is a fraction. Could I put that over 1 and then use LCM work to combine these two as a single fraction? Yes, you could. But at this level of maths, it's not necessary. That's the final answer, and that would get you full marks. I'll do one more, number 5. So let's say y is equal to, you might have something like this. You might have e to the minus 2x multiplied by 2x plus 1 to a power 4. So we've got to apply product rule to that. You've got a product, a multiplication of that function times that function of x. So in this case, u is e to the minus 2x, and v is 2x plus 1 to the power 4. Now both of these things are going to require function of a function to differentiate. So du by dx will be exponential, stays the same. Differentiate minus 2x, you get minus 2 and multiply by it. You get that. dv by dx equals, you've got 2x plus 1 function acted on by power function. a function of a function, power takes priority. 4 to the front, power goes down by 1. Go inside the bracket, get 2x plus 1, differentiate, you get 2. So you multiply by the 2. You end up with 8 lots of the bracket cubed. So now finally we can write down dy by dx, u dv by dx, v du by dx, sub in. U is e to the minus 2x times dv, which is this, put the 8 at the front, and then the bracket cubed at the end. Plus v, that's the bracket to the power 4, times du. Now that's minus 2 e to the minus 2x. So that'll go at the front, and if it's a plus multiplied by the minus, that will ultimately change to our negative 2 e to the minus 2x quantity. Equals, a bit of simplification. I would suggest you various common factors. There's an e to the minus 2x in both terms. There's a 2 that goes into both numbers. And there's a cube bracket there and a power 4 bracket there. So a cube bracket will be a common factor. And the rest goes inside another bracket. 2 times a 4 gives you the 8. I've already got the exponential and I've already got the cubic bracket. So just a 4. This times a negative, I've already got the 2, I've already got the exponential, I've got a cubic bracket, I need a power 1 bracket of that quantity to give the power 4, like so. Just tidy up. So we've got 2e to the minus 2x bracket 2x plus 1 cubed, and then inside this bracket we've got the 4. Now if you're taking away that bracket, just imagine expanding it out. Minus, it's only a power 1, so you can forget about the 1. Minus 2x, and then be careful, minus 1. So we end up with the final answer, which is this. So 4 take away 1 is 3, and then minus 2x. And there is your final factorised answer for that question. And that's it for this video.